Hello and welcome to the month in review for April 2022. I love every single time I open up the podcast, I see the audio levels just spike and I'm just like, I hate myself. And there's a chicken outside and Gil is back.
Hello.
Yeah, he's back. He's on his phone. If the audio quality is kind of weird with him, that's the reason why. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Look, it's either this or I plug my headphones into my computer and we have an echo of you.
I don't want that. I would rather not have the echo.
I'm getting a mic next month for my birthday.
Okay, then what kind of mic?
A mic.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know audio. I was only in band for 8 years.
Huh. I get the sense that you should probably know audio then.
Okay, look, I know we have a lot of pressing topics, but there's something. Look, it's been a while since I've been on the podcast.
Oh, yes. Welcome back, by the way.
Hello, hi. I work in an ER now. I've saved lives since the last time I was on here. Hello.
This is true, and this is the reason why he hasn't really been able to be around, and why we miss him over with Evil Pig right now.
Hi.
Hi. Can you hear this fucking chicken?
No. So you sounded nuts.
I hate this chicken over here.
You're having a schizophrenic break in the form of a chicken.
Or my bad, this fudging chicken.
Fudge and chicken sounds like a disgusting combo.
I imagine a hard-boiled
disgusting
egg.
Combos. So, you know how Mountain Dew releases a new flavor every month?
Yes, the flaming hot Mountain Dew.
Yeah, I'm drinking it right now.
Why?
It's not bad.
What do you mean? It's flaming hot Mountain Dew. Those are two things that should not be in the same sentence.
It just tastes like a more lemony lime Mountain Dew. And it's like slightly hot on the backside. Kind of like the same hot you get from like drinking Fireball, kind of.
I fear for your soul.
Don't worry, I'm making pasta.
Okay, that's the other pressing matter, is you're making pasta. That's going to be done in, what now, 4 minutes?
3 minutes.
3 minutes, okay then. And then apparently, before the podcast started, and I told you to just like stop, you were talking about baby bananas?
Okay, so my roommate, he has a sweet tooth, and he buys a bunch of shit. These are Deanna's milk chocolate banana babies. They're little chocolate dip bananas.
Okay. Whenever you say banana babies, how tiny are we talking?
Like 2-3 bite.
Really?
So like half the size of a normal banana.
Okay, and it's not just half a banana. It is just a. It is just
the size of a chode.
Okay. All right.
We're gonna use the most technical term.
I don't know what that size would be considered, but all right.
Well, you know, you know the sausages you'd put on like a kebab. It's kind of like that size.
Okay, so it's a little bit bigger than the little Smokies.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you say? It's like 3 little Smokies stacked up on top of each other?
That works.
Okay. All right. I can go with that. Now I really want little Smokies, like cooked in barbecue sauce. That is always
what, as a finger food?
It's
and
so
then put
good.
On a saltine cracker with cheese.
Oh, it's so good. It just like have some toothpicks that
you want to know what I'm adding to the pasta?
Sure. Well, what are you adding?
I got like Jason's Farm or whatever the brand is. I'm pulling it out of the trash.
Are you adding Johnson & Johnson?
Johnsonville.
Okay, then. So not Johnson & Johnson.
Sausages that I cooked in the pot before I boiled the pasta. I cooked it in the pot. I cut it up. I threw it in there to cook with 1 packet of soy sauce from Panda Express.
Okay, so you cooked the sausage with soy sauce?
Oh, just a little bit. That way it had more to brown onto it.
What?
Why not?
I feel like you could have found something better than a packet of soy sauce.
It was next to me.
Is that how you cook you just it's like, oh, you know what? This thing is next to me. I'll go ahead and put that in.
That is literally what this meal is, John.
All right, I see that we're struggling over on Gil's side.
It's not a struggle. It's a choice.
You know what? Fair. The other thing that I kind of want to bring up before we talk about some Evil Pig stuff that Gil is going to have no idea what's going on since he hasn't
To
been
be fair, I
around,
never
sadly.
had any idea. I just do things.
I mean, you've had some idea, but the thing that I want to talk about is for some reason on my end the clock is fine, but on Gil's end for some reason it's showing up as December 31st, 1969.
1969.
We're back in time for some reason, and I saw
Back
this.
in time a solid 30 years before I was born.
I'm confused because, like I said, I actually saw this earlier today. Someone else was talking about this problem of something being posted back in time. I'm wondering if it's actually something to do with phones. Because you're on your phone right now.
Are you telling me? Are you telling my phone is time traveling right now, John?
Quite possibly. What kind of phone are you using?
Galaxy S. No,
Okay, then, so it's an
S10.
Android. It's an
S10e.
Android. Okay, then.
Yeah, the superior phone.
Okay.
Yeah, let's start a fight. Come on, it's good for engagement, right?
No,
I want everybody watching to comment what the best phone is. Sorry, I had to be cringe for a second there.
Yeah. I actually like Androids. So my wife, however, she prefers Apple.
Well,
Android
her problem.
phones showing 12 31,
This might be a weird combo in my stomach.
69.
Garlic shell pasta, cheddar sausage cooked in soy sauce, all washed out with Mountain Dew Flamin' Hot.
Oh, okay then. So apparently it's because there is a bug somewhere and the Unix epoch date is being displayed. That's literally what it's called, the Unix epoch date.
It's weird that a bug is causing it, but all right. I'll trust your words, Magic Man. I don't know computers.
And they're saying like, what happened on December 31st, 1969? Nothing really. But that's just the date that they chose.
All right. Good enough reason, I suppose. I hope this pasta turns out well. I didn't have any cream to add to it. It's supposed to have cream.
What kind of cream would you add to it?
It just says milk.
Oh.
Specifically low-fat milk.
So wait, so you have no milk?
No.
Oh. You had
know
no
that's
milk,
rare,
but
right?
you... Yeah, that is very... you know what? I just now thought about that. You typically just have milk all over the place.
That's because I drank it.
Well, yeah. Okay, so you drank all the milk.
Yes. Also, I did not know this required milk. Most of the time when you get prepackaged pasta that, you just throw in the thing, it doesn't, require cream. Like, it says optionally. This one says it's required.
I don't know. Every single time I get, prepackaged pasta, I always make sure that I have milk on hand. It's just...
Yet again, this is me shopping after work one night, and I was bored, and I was really, really, really trying to not go and get fast food. So I went and I bought a bunch of stuff.
How often do you get fast food?
Too often.
Fair. I never get fast food nowadays. I'm stuck at the house though, doing my work. So
also, there's not that much fast food where you are.
It's very true.
College town.
The only place that has fast food that is actually...
Why aren't you having Zimmerhansels more often?
What are you talking about?
Zimmerhansels.
You can say the word many times. I'm not gonna know what you're talking about.
It's the barbecue place near Butcher Brothers.
I'm not gonna go to a bar. I like barbecue, but I'm not a huge fan of barbecue.
Have you ever had Zimmerhansels?
No, I've never had Zimmerhansels.
Well, guess what? Next time I have a string of days off, we're gonna go do that. Actually, when Marissa comes down in May, we can do that.
Okay, then sure. We'll go out to eat at Zimmerhansels. The only although I don't consider that fast food. I don't know. I consider that just a restaurant. The only fast food place technically that's near me is Dairy Queen, and I'm not gonna eat at Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen in Smithville is alright.
Is it?
It's alright. I mean, I grew up. I grew up there before I moved to Bastrop.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah, I lived at Lake Thunderbird.
Gotcha. I mean, the Dairy Queen here is okay, I guess. I don't really go there too often. I prefer old Dairy Queen to new Dairy Queen.
Oh, fucking boomer.
Okay, that's uncalled for, but all right.
No, I'm just saying the way you said it. I prefer old to new.
Listen, it's because they no longer have the jumbo fried chicken popper things, the like popcorn chicken.
Isn't that just that's just a chicken tender, but it's a different name.
It was tiny. It was small. It was nice, bite sized. What?
You said jumbo.
Yeah, it was jumbo popcorn chicken. It doesn't mean that it was super big.
Chicken tender.
No, chicken tenders are long. They're larger.
It's a nugget.
It was pretty much a nugget. However, it was a nugget with different cool shapes. It wasn't like
it's just a tender in 3 parts.
Yeah, but this wasn't like a chicken McNugget or anything. This was like just a regular. Imagine a chicken tender, but then they shrank it.
Yeah, so they cut it into thirds.
I guess, yeah, but this isn't like a chicken McNugget though. You're missing the point. A chicken McNugget is vastly different to what this was.
Just had more breading.
I guess, yeah, that is true. That's what it was. Also, the other thing though with McNuggets, can we even say that? Is that a copyright term?
You can mention things. Okay, the thing with copyright, you can fucking mention it exists.
I know. Okay, whatever. The thing with the McNuggets though is that it's like chicken that they basically just shred, like they put it in a blender and they shred it and then they just formed it into McNugget shapes.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing's wrong with that. I'm just saying it's vastly different to what I am talking about, which I guess we already knew that because we never really mentioned. I mentioned McNuggets. No one else mentioned McNuggets. Anytime I think of nuggets, I just think of that. I feel like that's just a common thing.
You went for the nugget.
I feel like every fast food restaurant, actually, if they serve nuggets, that's typically what they do, is they serve that type of nugget.
No, a lot of places, Wendy's doesn't. Wendy's is like a real ass nugget.
I don't really go to Wendy's that often, especially since my wife hates it.
I literally have one less than a block away from me. So sometimes I just pop in, say hello to Wendy, grab the food.
Are you saying that your Wendy's has the Wendy?
Well, I'm not saying it doesn't.
You just said that you say hello to her.
I'm not saying it doesn't.
Okay.
Maybe you should go to more premium Wendy's.
You have a premium Wendy's?
This pasta needs to be more creamy. I'm adding cheese.
Okay.
What?
Nothing. I'm just... Anyways, so beyond all of that, we're going to get back to our weird little rants, but with Evil Pig itself, Primus Star, still working on the backgrounds for that, and the whole character creation process. Gil.
Yeah?
I would like you to maybe make a character at some point here in the near future to see how that process goes.
Okay, can I make a Texan whose goal is to buy Texas?
You can do whatever you want to, because I don't think this character is going to see the light of day.
Got it. A Texan who wants to buy Texas.
Is his name Doug Dimmadome?
No.
Oh, okay.
We'll figure out a name.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so still working on that. There is a lot of backgrounds, too many backgrounds, you might say. Maybe. I think there's a total of like 27 different backgrounds that you can choose from. Is 27 too much?
Well, it depends on how generalized each one is.
You know what? Let me go ahead and open this up, and I will go down the list of the types of backgrounds that you can choose from. And,
that made that way creamier.
And
so, audience, advice. When you're cooking, add American cheese slices.
What?
Add American cheese slices to make creamy.
It's cheese.
Yeah.
It's gonna. And also, you just say add American cheese slices to make creamy. That makes no sense because it's like, okay, how many?
Until it's creamy.
That okay?
In this case, it was 2.
All right. I mean, that still doesn't make any sense, like for specifics for someone who's cooking. So all right. But anyways,
Cooking is an art form,
it is an art form, and I feel like.
and I'm a plagiarist.
I don't know about that. I mean, you would be like the one person who tried to well, what's the
Are you
word?
talking about the lady who tried to repair the picture of Christ?
Yes. How did you know?
Because I know you, John.
All right. Anyways, so here are the backgrounds. We got colonist is the first one. Then we got nomad, and then we got spacer. Then we got smuggler. Then we got corporate agent. Then we got squatter. Then we got
Okay.
neat.
I'm gonna be okay. What the fuck? Why do you have squatter?
What do you mean? Why do I have squatter? What if that was your background? What if you were a homeless person?
I feel like you just say nomad and then just flavor it differently.
No. See, nomad is different. Nomad lived out in the wild. That's their thing. Squatter lived in civilization.
Okay. Keep going.
All right. So next up, we have neat.
Okay.
Lone wolf, clubber, criminal,
Okay.
hired gun, security.
Hired gun and security could be those could be combined.
I feel like yes, but at the same time, a hired gun would be like a mercenary, hitman, possibly a bodyguard. It has more of that kind of stuff. While security was you were basically in security for the government or in security for corporate assets.
Then maybe you should make hired gun into mercenary. Unless there is a mercenary type, and then those two can
Well,
be
see, there's already a mercenary class. So I went with hired gun. Plus, hired gun can be more than just mercenary. Like I said, it's mercenary, hitman, or bodyguard. Anyways, so hired gun, security. Then we have streamer. Then after that we got
Streamer
doctor.
and neat are the same thing, John. Change my mind.
Streamer and neat are two completely different things. No, they are completely different. I don't know what you mean by they're the same thing, but whatever. We got doctor after that. Then researcher, then athlete, then politician, and then lawyer.
You already listed criminal. Why'd you say politician again?
What?
You already said criminal. Why'd you list politician?
Oh, okay then. Haha, funny joke. Lawyer. Then we have anarchist, star, military.
You mean star like celebrity, right?
Yes. I can't use celebrity though, since celebrity is an actual class.
Well, whenever I just imagine, when you said star, I'm just imagining a floating ball of gas.
Yeah, that's literally what you are. You are one of the many stars in the galaxy that make up a solar system. No.
Unfortunately, you died 3 million years ago. The adventure is actually just the light particles coming from you.
But speaking of that, though, it is very difficult because I'm just like, should I change the class name from celebrity to something else and change this background to celebrity? Or
well, you can be a star without being a celebrity.
Are you saying that the background should
think
be
the
star?
background should be called.
Or no, it
No,
should be
I think
changed to celebrity?
yeah, because you can be a celebrity for a lot of things, but still not be a star.
Okay, then so what should the class be named?
Like James Gunn is a celebrity. He's a famous director. He's not a star.
Okay, so are you suggesting that the class should be named James Gunn?
Sure.
No, no. What should the class be named? If you're saying that the background should be celebrity,
Well, the advantages you get from picking that class are very much heavily based around charisma and your influence, right?
yeah. Are you gonna say it should be called Bard?
No,
Okay, good.
bards are performers, but it should be something that reflects that. So I don't know, like you could just swap them.
So the class should just be named Star.
Yeah. Because you're like some kind of movie star, pop star. You are a type of celebrity who has a lot of fame. Or you could be a star because you're famous for something else, but you're not a celebrity in the typical sense.
Okay. All right. All right. Let me go ahead and make that
Yeah,
change real fast.
politicians are technically celebrities. You know?
Just different kinds, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let me go ahead and change the class then. Oh, we got a bit more though after this though. Let me try and find
Your
out
coffee's
where.
good.
Is it good? Is it? Would you say it's creamy?
It's creamy.
All right, that's good, I guess. All right, there you are, celebrity. You are now star, and I'm gonna have to change your placement. Dang it.
You could say a star is born.
You could say that. That is something that you could say.
It's like the movie.
Dang it, I hate that. I hate that I have to change the placement of celebrity now.
You could just not. You could just keep it as is.
What, keep it as celebrity? As the class?
Yeah, I'm just one man.
Yeah, but I mean, I understand there's this like background of star. It let me read the description of the background. It's film, stages, paparazzi, studios, and performances were your life. Would you say that's more of?
That sounds like an actor.
I mean, it could be any of those things. It could be film. It could be stages. I mean, paparazzi is like all of them.
Yeah, you just have to think of what would you normally define as a star? Because there's like star athletes, right?
Yeah.
I guess also I could argue the other way. Not all star athletes are celebrities.
I'm just gonna keep it as is. I'm just gonna keep the background star and the class celebrity.
Also, it could be you grew up as a star and now you're a bum.
I mean, that does happen.
Happens a lot.
All right, so we got star. Then we have military. Then we have scavenger.
Wait, just military?
Just military.
Why don't you call it serviceman/woman?
Because,
instead of just military. Because military makes it sound like you're the sum total of the military.
Okay, so you're thinking that it should be just called service? That's a long because if I do serviceman/woman, that's a long title.
Serviceman is the gender neutral term.
Just serviceman.
Yeah. You know how like it's people in the military are servicemen, whether they're man or woman, because they're part of the service.
All
They
right.
serve. How many times do I have to say serve?
Okay, then. All right. Sure. So we have, instead of military, servicemen now. And then we got scavenger. Then we have prostitute. Then we have influencer. Then we have trader. Then we have pirate. And finally, roboticist.
Roboticist?
Yeah, roboticist.
Couldn't you just put that under mechanic? Or scientist? Because you don't differentiate the other types of scientists. You're
Yeah,
not saying
but
a geologist or a
the
biologist.
the thing about that is scientist is a class, mechanic is a subclass. Are you suggesting that maybe roboticists just shouldn't exist?
I mean, it sounds like it's very specific. And backgrounds typically need to be like pretty broad. You put grease monkey.
Grease monkey? Okay, so you're thinking that it should be broad. Which, I mean, I am inclined to agree with you with that. Okay. So, let's look back at some things. Influencer and streamer, two things I'm looking at. Do you think those should just be combined?
Yes. A streamer is a type of influencer. The only way that a streamer becomes popular is if they exert influence.
All right. All right. Well said. So streamer is gone. It is
And
now.
so an influencer could be something like, oh, you have a background as leading a club or a cult.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Okay. Let me go ahead and do all this then.
You have a cultist background.
Do you think that there should be a cultist background?
I mean, there's some wonky shit.
What if we already have one that could be considered a cultist background? I mean,
would you put
influencer,
as
like you were
cultist?
saying.
Yeah, but an influencer would be like the leader of a cult. We need a background that's like goon.
Oh
Wacky.
no. I just now realized that I need to make it so that
I don't like that the pasta has a sour aftertaste.
Why does that have a sour aftertaste?
I don't know. Now I'm concerned.
Did you Did you add vinegar to it?
No.
Then why does it have a sour aftertaste?
I mean, garlic can kind of have a sour-ish aftertaste. The more you know.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay, then we got. This is making some weird things go on now. Okay, so influencer is replacing streamer, which is fine. I mean, that's yeah. I'm gonna need to delete that. Put that over here. Oh, there's so much stuff I'm gonna have to redo with all this, which is fine. Oh, oops. Did not mean that. Whatever. Okay then. So I'm gonna have to fix all this later, but that's fine. I got rid of streamer. Another thing that we could combine. I have researcher as one of the backgrounds. I don't know if that can be combined with anything.
if it doesn't appear obvious, it probably can't be combined.
Okay. All right. We can go with that ideology. Uh.
Treat it like coin sorting. Whenever you're pouring coins down a thing, each thing can fall through the different sized loop. If the two backgrounds fall into the same size loop, they probably can be combined.
All right.
You have businessmen or person?
I have trader and
That
lawyer.
works. That works. Trader more than lawyer. Lawyer works for all the legal and like, I guess lawyer can also work for an accountant.
Oh man, this
Oh
is
god, I just rolled
all.
my ankle. That hurt.
You rolled your ankle?
Yeah, you know, like whenever you flex your foot and like it kind of pops a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that, but it's hurting on the backside. It's probably because I walk a lot at work, but it's fine.
Okay, well now I need to figure out where the hell researcher. Oh, I know exactly where a researcher is. Up here. Yeah. So we have a roboticist that I don't know if that can be combined with anything. It's very specific unless we combine that with because you were saying it needs to be broad. Um mm, what do you think?
It, the thing is, I get what the background's trying to do. Like, it's saying, oh, you've spent your entire work life, or at least a good portion of it, working with robots, you know? But, like, could you maybe just combine that as a researcher?
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Researcher is your general, oh, I focus my craft.
Let me see here. Yeah, I feel like roboticist can definitely be researcher. All right. Goodbye, roboticist.
You were never birthed.
All right. So there's pirate. I feel like pirate is broad enough to be okay.
Pirate represents it's broad enough, and I think it's different enough from criminal.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see here. Doctor, I feel like is also fine.
Yeet.
You know what? Actually, doctor. Please don't tell me that's a class.
I'm
I don't
pretty sure
think it is.
doctor's a class.
Oh no. Come on. Um Where are you? I know it's more of scientist. It is! It's a subclass!
Um. One second. I feel like I can think of a solution. I'm smart. What are some what? Open up with the source. What are some other words for doctor?
Surgeon?
That is very specific.
What if what if we also combined doctor into researcher?
No, because a doctor represents more schooling. Also, I'm assuming doctors like medical doctor, not just I have PhD.
Yeah, it's medical doctor.
Why don't you make the background MD then?
MD?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I can do that. All right, so that's fixed
Or you
now.
could just, or you could make the background just healthcare.
I feel like I can go with just MD. MD works.
Well, healthcare also takes care of like, oh, I want to role play a character that worked. You know,
You know what? Actually, you're absolutely correct. Okay, then healthcare.
like, oh, it's a nurse, or they worked in a field hospital, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Or they worked with labs, like,
They worked with little dogs or big dogs.
sure,
You said labs.
sure.
Okay. Ah.
The number of times I've helped a patient into their room and they start explaining things like, and they explain everything. They're like, "So what do you think, doc?" And I'm like, "Ooh, awkward thing."
Because you're technically not the doctor.
Not technically, I'm not the fucking doctor.
I mean, yeah, but I'm just saying that's why it's awkward.
I guess I just give off the appearance that I know what I'm doing.
You should take that as a compliment. I
It's
like
so
how
weird.
now I'm just working on getting all this stuff on Primus Star. There's something wrong with my brain.
I ate my pasta.
I get that. You said that it has a sour aftertaste, which I'm still concerned about. Other thing besides Promise Star though that I'm working on is still working on Beat Drop, otherwise known as Terminal Velocity. That was the working title before we got Beat Drop. That project has been going slowly. Like I said last podcast, it's one of those things where I'm the only one working on it. Same thing with I'm the only one working on Promise Star, second edition. So it's going slowly. Not to mention I'm also having to deal with juggling 2 jobs at the same time.
Question.
Yeah. Yes.
Could Beat Drop have an Easter egg where you play as a beat?
Listen, there's already I'm trying to just get the game out there.
Okay, I'm just thinking
now
that you can think of a secret unlockable.
I
as a
do like the idea of you playing as a beat and everything, but not my main focus.
Oh, no, yeah, but I'm saying a funny little thing.
Yeah.
A little goof, a little gaff.
A little gaff?
A little gaff.
All right. Prostitute. I don't think that can be combined with any other class.
hold on.
Well, yeah.
I forgot you said prostitute.
You forgot that I said that?
Yeah.
All right. How did you forget that I said that? I mean,
Kind of glazed over it.
all right. I mean, I guess I did kind of glaze over. I mean, it's not really that big of a deal. It's just that's what you did. That's what you wore. You used to do that.
You Piccadilly whore. That's all I can think about whenever I hear prostitute.
No, the only other thing that I could think of besides prostitute, because prostitute is very specific, I feel like. Because the other thing I was thinking is like, what if it was just like sex worker or something?
I feel like that's also very specific.
It is very specific because at the same time, it's like, well, what if you want to make it so that it's like the whole thing of people who do escort and everything, and also people who do strip and stuff like that.
Yeah, but the thing is, are we gonna do that for every job? Are we having mechanic as a background? Are we
No,
gonna have
no, 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 no,
escort as
no,
a
no.
background?
That's why I'm saying making it so that it encompasses a whole range of jobs that you may have had. Because that's why I'm saying you may have done escorting, you may have been a stripper, you know any of
Why don't
these
you just have
things.
Why don't you just have some general categories? Blue collar, white collar, red light district.
I mean, that's just very. That seems too broad at that point.
Well, do you want to have? Look,
What I am asking right now is, I don't really want to add another background to be like stripper or something like that. I feel like it should be.
why don't you make a general background that in its thing says like general worker, and it literally says this is a background to pick if none of these backgrounds fit you. Work with the GM to select this amount of bonuses.
I mean, that also there's like not really. What you're talking about is colonist right now, technically.
Is that what colonist is? I
Yeah.
guess colonists are prostitutes.
What? No! No, 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 you don't understand! This is completely different. This is completely different. You're not really help. All I'm asking is a word to describe a whole group of people who do escort, people who do
Adult
stripping.
entertainment.
Okay, all right, all
Adult
right,
entertainer.
all right. I can do that.
And that could also, entertainer could involve bartenders, pool hall runners. Literally, if it's adult entertainment.
All right. Also, kind of a long
Oh, you could
name.
instead of calling it, just call it entertainer.
Just call it entertainer.
Yeah. And
I
then you can.
I feel
And
like
you
that's
can,
also too broad of a word.
well, you could say you could have the description of entertainer be kind of specify. Oh no, this is what we mean.
Yeah, but I don't want just the description. I want the name of it to actually be like, oh, okay, then I kind of know what that means. Let's read the description just to make sure and everything. Um, what's You know what? You know what? We have a friend here, and that friend is the internet.
Are you just gonna look up yet again thesaurus prostitute? The only one I can really think of that doesn't sound like. The only one I can think of is whore, and I don't think we should have that.
No, no, that's not what it is. Anyways, that's not what they are. They don't have to be that.
I know, but prostitute has a very specific connotation.
It does, but it's just a job. uh, that's not really what I'm looking for. But okay. What's a good one? What's I mean, adult entertainer does work. It's a little bit big. It's a little bit longer than all the other ones, as far as all that goes. Mm, let me see. Yeah, it's a little bit too long. Um, but it fits so well. It's like it
Adult
encompasses.
entertainer fits well, and it encompasses enough that it's useful.
Exactly, but it's just a little bit
And you could
too.
just break it down to entertainer.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna keep it
18,
adult entertainer, and
you
I'm
could
gonna
put
have to
18 plus entertainer.
18 plus entertainer. No, no, we're just gonna keep it at adult entertainer, and I'm just going to have
Influencer.
to make it so that it is. I have to like make it so that's 2 lines in the column. Because everything else can just be on 1 line because of how short they are. But this one is a little bit longer. It's fine though. It works. So,
Do you have to pay extra?
technically I had to pay for extra space. Yes. So yeah, I guess you are correct. All right, and then we got. Oh, all this is actually. Oh no, not this one though. Trader is fine. Know that. Pirate is fine as well. That's enough to actually be like, okay, then yeah, yeah, that's also fine. It's different enough. Um, okay, I think I got it. Because athlete is also one of the backgrounds, and you were saying earlier, it's like, oh, you can be like a star athlete.
There's a big difference between a star athlete and athlete in general. A
Yeah.
star athlete would be somebody who's like, oh, it's a sport where you can like, athlete should stay. Because athlete also just means that, oh, your background is as an athlete. It doesn't mean like you're just athletic.
Oh, you were also asking, is like, are there any like business people, any business? And I said trader is like, okay, that works. And I was like, oh yeah, wait a second, there actually is a specific thing, corporate agent.
Yeah, that works.
You literally just worked in a corporation. You weren't a salesman or anything. That's actually a different term for trader. I'm gonna do instead of trader salesman. That sounds much better.
Because tradesmen can also just be like, I work a trade.
Yeah, but that's not what it means. It really just means that like the description that I have is for you. You sold things. You were
I
like
don't know. What I'm saying is like, it's good to clear it up.
yeah. All right, so we got salesman now. Um,
Tradesmen should be, oh, you work a specific niche.
I feel like that's becoming slowly a little bit researcher.
Are you telling me a researcher and a blacksmith are the same thing?
We could just change researcher to tradesman.
That works. Science, because then you're a scientist by trade. You're X by trade. Yeah.
Let me go ahead and read the description for what I had for research. It was long days and nights were spent studying and testing for you. You wrote papers on your discoveries and theories known across the galaxy.
Yeah, no, that can't be tradesman then.
Yeah, okay, then that's just a researcher.
Specifically the part where it's you wrote papers.
I mean, a tradesman could write papers.
Damn, I'm the best fence maker in the galaxy. You want to know why? Because I wrote a fucking dissertation on that shit.
Yeah, and it is very well. All right, so apparently that can't be.
God, could you imagine writing a 12-page academic paper about fence posts?
Kind of, but I wouldn't want to. Okay, so are we saying that tradesmen wouldn't be a thing then? I feel like no.
Everything else is general, and the problem when you get to backgrounds, the more custom you have to keep. It's an oxymoron. It has to be narrow yet broad.
Yeah, that's what we're running into right now.
But you also got to remember, you don't have to account for everything.
Well, yeah, that's what
That's
the
how a lot of systems get around shit. Like what is it? Human? It's the custom lineage for humans.
in what?
Like fifth edition, there's a cut or whatever that lets you pick whatever feats you wanted, right?
Oh, that's the variant human.
Yeah, but I know there's something that's called something like that, where
Oh,
it's like
I'm
I
not
know
totally
it
sure.
from I know it from freaking the videos of how to build certain characters, and they often do the variant human and it's called custom lineage
Hmm. No idea.
or unique lineage. It has some name similar to that.
Well, going back, I'm gonna go ahead and read through the new list that we have right now. And if you catch something and you're just like, wait, just let me know, okay? You can actually just say, wait. All right. Colonist. It's our basic background. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and read the name and the description for the background. How about that? Do you think that I think that works out much better? So,
It
colonist.
works out better because whenever I first heard colonist, I thought, oh, so like a scout?
No. Colonist is you grew up on a colony located in government protected space. You worked basic jobs and had an average life.
Okay, yeah, that works. Oh, it's colonist because you're a space colonist. I see.
Yeah. Um.
Just like
Nomad.
Outer Worlds.
What?
Just like Outer Worlds.
Yeah. Kind of. I could also rename it to Citizen.
No, because then you're going to get too many comparisons to Outer World.
All right. So next is Nomad. Living outside a government section of space has hardened you to the
Actually,
unforgiving.
Citizen might be better. TBH.
You think Citizen might be better?
It might be.
We're gonna keep it a colonist right now. I feel like
For
it's
now,
okay as colonist. Just, I mean, yeah, I feel like it's okay as colonist. Um, Next as Nomad, living outside of government section space has hardened you to the unforgiving nature of the universe. Then we have a Spacer, your life on a ship, making occasional pit stops for fuel or food. The darkness of space is comforting to you. Then we have Smuggler. Life as a smuggler is difficult as you take contraband not deemed legal by the governments in space. Corporate Agent. Deadlines, milestones, mergers, and acquisitions were your life at one point. It's nothing personal, just business.
Nothing personnel, kids.
I somehow knew you were going to do that. Then we have
Oh,
Squatter.
speaking of that,
Yeah.
have you seen the second Sonic movie yet?
Yes, I have, and I loved it so much.
I did not realize that at the very beginning. They make a "Do you know the way" joke. I did not realize that until my friends pointed it out to me.
Wait a second. Like in the very the opening scene?
No. Do you remember whenever? So
I don't want to get into
whenever
too much of spoilers for people who are watching. Just it's the
okay,
very beginning, but
it's okay. People knows Knuckles in the movie. Man in the movie. At
yeah.
one point, Eggman says to Knuckles, "Let me show you the way."
Does he literally say that?
Yes, he does.
Okay, I'm gonna have to watch the movie. I was gonna watch the movie again anyways. I was just one of those things. I think I saw the original Sonic movie 6 times at this point.
I think I watched it with you guys originally. I
Yeah.
watched it with Chris and everybody.
Yeah, I've watched it several times now, even more. Anyways, so moving on. I thought you had something to say about Corporate Agent, but
Oh, sorry. It flashed in my head.
okay then. Yeah, like a prophet's vision. It flashed into your. Anyways, Squatter, your life has been spent in abandoned buildings and on the streets of cities.
So basically, Slum Boy.
Yeah, I guess. Should we rename it from Squatter to something else, or do you think Squatter fits?
I think squatter works. Squatter
Okay.
good.
All right. Next up is neat. You don't work or go to school, you don't get out, but it would seem that life had other plans for you.
So, yeah, that works.
All right. Then we have lone wolf. Life has either made you hate others or just not trust them. The only person you can really trust is yourself.
Maybe instead of saying lone wolf, just say loner.
Loner?
Yeah.
I don't know. Lone wolf just like it was cool, but yeah,
Lone
okay.
wolf sounds too badass because lone wolf makes it sound like you have to be a badass. Loner could just loner means you could just be alone because you like being alone, not because you're a badass and alone.
Okay then, gotcha. You're sounding a little bit distant.
Oh, I adjusted my. Here, is that better?
That is
Did I
better.
fix it? Okay. These are those headphones that vibrate my ears to talk, so they're weird.
No, okay. All right. All right. So Lone Wolf is now loner. Next up is clubber. Life is an endless party for you, whether you're trying to run from trouble or toward it. As drinking, it'll all turn out fine.
Oh, I thought it meant that you attacked seals.
No, no, he did not. No, that's not it. That's not your background. Maybe
Yeah,
this
that
next
clubber
one
might
would be
show up.
that. This next one, which is criminal, whether it was murder, dilling, or stealing, you're an enemy of the government one way or another.
Yeah, that works.
Okay.
Maybe
Hi-
maybe don't say enemy of the government. Maybe say on the other. Maybe say on the other side of the law. Because enemy of the government goes to anarchist.
Okay, then you're an enemy of the law? Maybe?
Yeah, that works more.
You're an enemy of the law, one way or the other. Okay then.
Because it doesn't necessarily mean you're against the government. You're just, you break the laws.
Breaking the law, breaking the law. Okay. Anyways, next up we have hired gun, which is mercenary, hitman, or bodyguard. You may have done some nasty things, but it was all one thing. All for one thing: money.
Yeah, it works.
Security. You made an oath to protect.
Could also work for adult entertainer. You may have done some nasty things, but it was also one thing.
Anyways, next up we have security. You made an oath to protect the people of a government or corporate assets. At the end of the day, it was all the same thing to your employer.
Yeah.
Next up is healthcare.
Maybe instead of security, maybe enforcer?
Enforcer?
Yeah, because security typically sounds like, oh, you did security for like a corporation. But enforcer, you did security for a corporation, but also maybe you were an enforcer for a criminal organization. Maybe you were an enforcer for the government.
Oh, that's more of if you were an enforcer for a criminal organization, that would be more criminal or hired gun. Security, it's more for like a officer of the law for a government or
In my
a.
head, when I think security, I don't think. I think that might be because when I think security in my head, I don't think police. And I'm not saying that's because they protect security, but because whenever I hear like when somebody says get security, I don't think, oh, I got to call 911.
Fair. I think it's okay though. I think the name security is fine.
Yeah, I think that's just a me thing.
We might get other people's opinion. I want to do that anyways, but anyways, continuing on.
Screw other people's opinion.
Yeah, no, definitely need other people's opinion.
No, lone wolf it, John.
I think you mean loner.
There you go. He's learning.
Next up is healthcare. You used to work in a hospital environment, whether it was for mental or physical health, doesn't matter. You know your way around a clinic.
Yeah, that works.
Researcher.
That works way better than doctor.
Yeah. Researcher. Long days and nights were spent studying and testing for you. You wrote papers on your discoveries and theories known across the galaxy.
Yes.
Okay.
You're a nerd.
Your body to beat competition is how you spent your days in the past. Running, lifting, or fighting, you're a physical person no matter what.
No, say you're a physical specimen.
A physical specimen. Okay, then why are we
Yes.
using specimen?
Because physical specimen sounds like the kind of cocky talk that you get to say that
From an athlete?
Yeah, it's the kind of cockiness that you've earned.
Okay, then. I gotcha.
Also, speaking of athletes, have you ever read or watched Baki?
No.
So I've read 3 out of the 5 series now, which is about probably some total of at least 700 chapters. Man, it is good but strange.
Okay. Good
Man
but
earns the
strange.
respect of the entirety of the United States of America because he said at one point the main character kidnaps President George W. Bush to ask him for a favor to be sent to the best prison in the United States.
What? Okay.
Years old.
All right. Moving on from that. Speaking of George W. Bush, politician. Politician. The description is laws, policies, treaties. You dealt with all these things up in your ivory tower, or you fought against the system from within.
Yeah, that works.
Okay. Lawyer. You defended against the innocent and guilty, or brought down the hammer of the law upon them.
You mean defended the innocent against the guilty? I think you accidentally.
Yeah.
I think you misspoke.
Maybe it should just be you defended the innocent and guilty.
Yeah, that works. I thought you, because I swear to God, I thought I heard you defend the guilty from the innocent, and I was like, wait a minute.
No. Listen, these bad people need to be defended from these innocent people. Anyways, so that's lawyer. Anarchist. Governments should fear their people, and you aren't afraid to show them why.
Joke.
Yep, essentially. Starred. Films, stages, paparazzi, studios, and performances were your life, and several people still recognize your face and brand.
Yeah, that works.
Serviceman. You fought in wars in the name of your government or corporation. You endured hardships. Perhaps you've done things you regret, but that blood is stained on your hands now.
Yeah.
Okay. Scavenger. You know your way around tech and mechanics. You may just cobble...
Maybe instead of saying the blood are on your hands, the scars are... Say something instead, the scars are part of your skin. Make it a little less bloody, make it a little more tragic.
But those... I feel like it's still tragic to say that the blood is stained on your hands.
But the blood, yes, but the blood... But you could be a member of the military, be scarred, and still never killed anyone. I don't know.
But
that's
those
just semantics.
But those scars stay with you.
Yeah.
With that. All right.
Blood on your hand. Whenever I hear blood on your hands, it typically is like, oh, somebody relishes it. They love the blood on their hands, or it was an accidental murder. Like, the context of blood on your hands is different.
Okay. All right. Fair.
It also sounds like you're kind of... Most of the time when you hear blood on your hands, it's as a term to demean servicemen. Like, think about Vietnam protests and all that stuff.
Okay. Gotcha.
And I would want the background to remain neutral. Now, in game, I would encourage GMs, because this is really fun. If you have a character who's really good, and they say they're lawful good, or like, this goes for any tabletop game. Have one person who's against them because of what other supposedly good people have done. Good character building.
All right,
make the cleric question.
So next is Scavenger. You know you may just cobble old junk you find together, but it runs just as good as the newer models, just not as pretty.
Yeah.
Okay. Adult Entertainer. Your business is pleasure, and business is booming. There are those that... There are I don't know what you just said, but I'm gonna keep on reading. There are those that look down on you, but at the end of the day, it's just a job.
Yeah.
Okay. Honestly, that I feel like adult entertainer because before that was prostitute, but I feel like adult entertainer that's still just like boom. Yeah, okay then. I get it.
Yeah, and it's also a nicer way than saying prostitute is just harsh.
Yeah.
I mean, an adult entertainer. A prostitute is an adult entertainer. Adult entertainer could be broad enough that you say, oh, you're not just a prostitute, you can do other things.
Yeah. Okay. I like it. I
Maybe
like
you
it.
let people eat sushi off your body. I don't know.
Next up is influencer. You kept tabs on your social accounts and made an image for yourself to your followers. You know how to build a brand from nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. Salesman. Livelihood. Making appraisals and offers brought you some good money, but you had your fair share of blunders.
Yee.
He? Okay.
I gotta have a sword over here. Sorry.
Okay. And last, we have pirate. You took what you wanted by force or by your charm. You may have had a code of honor, but you keep what you kill.
Uh, you may not have had a code of honor.
Well, isn't that the same exact terminology of you may have a code of honor? May have had a code of honor?
Yes, but it feels different.
You may not have had a code of honor.
You may not, because typically, think about it in media and also a little bit in real life, there's the quote unquote pirate's code, right?
Yeah.
But a pirate's code isn't exactly what we would normally call a code of honor. So you may not have had a code of honor.
Yeah, you may not have had a code of honor, but you keep what you kill. That seems a little harsh.
True.
Do you think?
You may not have had a code of honor, but you ran a tight ship.
You ran a tight ship.
I like that, but that's only because it runs in with the pirate team. I like stupid shit like that.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and keep that. You ran it because I mean, technically, if you're a pirate, you're still on a ship. It's a spaceship this time, but
Also, saying you run a tight ship doesn't even have to be actually for a ship. It could just mean you're part of a good crew, like at work.
yeah. All right. So that's all the classes. Did anything jump out at you? Be like, okay, then these things can be combined, or do you think those are?
No, I think we're good now.
You think we're good now? Okay, then. So we removed, I believe that was 2 different backgrounds.
So now we're at a good. Now we're at a satisfying 25. Right?
If I am correct with the, let me actually just count this out. Actually, you know what? I can see it from here. Okay,
25 is
so
a satisfying number.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh, hold on a second. I just messed up. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 25. Yep.
That's
Alright.
a good number.
All right, so we have 25 backgrounds now. Okay, and I'm feeling good about everything that's here. Honestly, as well, whenever I was reading over Scavenger, I was like, you know, this could also be roboticist, kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, you could kind
Do
of
you want
change
to just
them.
do you want to just change the name from Scavenger to Tinkerer?
Mm, I don't. I'm not totally sure on that because Tinkerer.
Scrap Rat.
Well, I mean, at that point, just keep it as
Yeah, but I just like. Has Scrap Rat been used before?
or Scrapper.
But Scrap Rat.
I don't know if Scrap Rat has ever been used before. Let me look it up real fast. Hold on a second. It has been used before. Uh, Guess where it was used.
That
What?
was vague.
I still have no idea what you just said.
Un momento.
Oh, okay. Well, audience, if you guessed Star Wars, you would be correct. So yeah, we're
God
definitely
damn
not
it, George Lucas.
we're definitely not using Scrap Rat.
George Lucas took my ideas.
I don't think that he did. Um,
I'm picking a fight with you, George. Meet me in the octagon.
Coward.
Fight me, coward. Come on, man. Put your dukes up.
All right, so I'm thinking just Scavenger then. I mean, Tinkerer. It does work, but I feel like it's too. I don't know. Do you think that Tinkerer works?
I think Tinker, from the description you wrote, yes.
Okay. All right. Tinkerer. I love how it's ER. I love it whenever words do that. So good looking. It makes me so happy.
Tinkerer.
I'm being sarcastic, by the way. um. Okay, so Scavenger is now
There's
Tinkerer.
another example of it. It's in the English language whenever you have to repeat a word twice.
Annoying?
Yes, but I cannot think of the word I was thinking of that you have to repeat twice every once in a while. It might be 3 hours after we finish recording this podcast, so I might message you about it. But I'll remember it.
Isn't there some times where you have to like repeat it's something that starts with the th? Like sometimes you have to repeat that or the.
It's better than. That works.
That doesn't make any sense. How are you gonna finish that sentence? Because I mean, you can say it's better than, which is the end of the sentence. Then that's like the only time you're gonna say that.
Anyway, this is off topic.
I mean, what do you mean this is off topic? We always go off topic no matter what. We were off topic
Yeah,
at
but
the very
normally it's
beginning of the
about
podcast.
Normally it's about Steve-O.
No, not normally it's about Steve-O. We talked about Steve-O in one of the podcasts. That's enough?
Now it's 2.
I mean, I guess technically this is, I believe, the 46th, 47th podcast.
Yeah, we can turn those numbers around.
All right, but I think that we are good on the backgrounds. I still have to go throughout all of them because I'm making it so that there's like a special ability that you get for choosing the background, as well as 2 little charts that you roll from to see how your past was. Like for instance, Colonist was, hey, what job did you hold down? And hey, you may have worked, but you still had hobbies. What were those hobbies? Things like that. Just little like let me. It's to help you build your character background a little bit.
Question: is sex, drugs, and rock and roll rolled into Primus Star too?
That's not the title of it. It's Sex, Drugs, and Chaos. But
I swear to God, I've always said sex, drug, and rock and roll.
You do always say that, and I always have to correct you. No, Sex, Drugs, and Chaos is not a part of Primus Star Second Edition. That's going to be... I mean, it is a part of Primus Star Second Edition, but it's not going to be in the book. It is going to be its own set. Yeah. Because the Primus Star Second Edition is just going to be the basic stuff. Sex, Drugs, and Chaos, that's going to go over a whole expansion into the seedy underbelly.
That's going to include Fisto.
Oh my God. I don't even want to ask who Fisto is, but
You don't remember from Fallout New Vegas? How you have to get the entertainers for that one bar?
yes, I do remember.
Suicide?
Yes, okay then.
So
Yeah,
you just assume the position?
yeah, okay then. I remember. Yeah, no, no, no. I mean, I guess if anywhere, Fisto would be in that expansion. Yes, but yeah, no. Yeah, it's mainly going to go over the city underbelly. It's also going to be adding the new species and new class to the game.
And drugs.
And drugs, yeah. The core rulebook doesn't really have any drugs. It has pharmaceuticals. Which is very strange to say. It's like, yeah, you're going to get medicine. It's pharmaceuticals. Here you go. They're all the same.
I mean, it's it's a, it's kind of like how you just. It's one of the points of. It's for the sake of brevity. Kind of like how whenever you're listing out rations in D&D, it's not. Oh, you're carrying one part meat. This part. That would be too fucking annoying.
Yeah,
Nobody would
too
care.
much.
It's boring.
Way too much. But yeah, so yeah, all pharmaceuticals comprised into one thing known as pharmaceuticals, the item. Which works. But sex, drugs, and chaos is going to make it so that there's a whole laundry list of different types of drugs and different effects that they do and things like that, and whether or not they will become and other things in that kind of vein. But we're talking like way in the future here. I still have to get done with second edition and make sure that everything's good and pretty. Oh my goodness. Speaking of that, when would you be available to make just a random character?
If you give me the. Do you want me to do it as a rundown of you guiding me through it, or you hand me the instruction packet as if I was a new person purchasing the book and I make a character, and then you tell me how wrong it is?
It would
I feel
be
like I'm getting more from the latter.
it's gonna be the latter, but I would be there to witness everything. Just to kind of take notes, just like, oh, so that's what he thought whenever he read that and stuff like that.
We'll figure out a time.
Okay. All right. Because I wanna see all of that kind of stuff and see where that leads. I still need to get done with all the backgrounds though, because I need to add in all that other stuff. But guys, this has been the 2022. It is April, right? Did I say that right? Are we in April?
Yeah.
Yes, we're in April.
I've almost been a graduate for a year.
Congratulations.
Um,
Oh, it's in the month in review for April 2022. If you are in normal time, if you're on Guild time, this has been the month in review for December 1969.
okay, yeah, I was at guild time. What's guild time?
Yeah, Guild time is December 19. You're back in the Unix epoch date. So yeah, that's
Guild
where
time has 13 months and 20 days each month.
is that Guild time? What is the name of the 13th month?
Guildtember.
Guildtember. Okay, and I'm guessing that's whenever Christmas falls on. So technically, Christmas falls.
No, it's not when Christmas falls on. What are you, stupid? Don't be silly.
If every month is 20 days and there's 13.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean. Yeah, no, Guildtember is a special month that's at the end of the month that comprises the rest of the days that would normally be in the month. Normal Roman Christian calendar.
Okay. Well, at that point, wouldn't it still mean that Christmas falls in Guildtember?
No. Silly.
Okay, explain to me then. How this?
See,
Yeah.
you know how there's an extra 0.25 day each year, and that's why there's a leap year. So with the Guild calendar system, we consolidate that 0.25 into an extra 5 days that we would get to Christmas, and we have a leap year every 20 years instead.
Okay. That
That's
doesn't
how that works.
explain that doesn't explain to me still when because you said each month is 20 days.
Yeah, but then December has the extra 5. That way Christmas doesn't get moved.
December
It's like I
adds.
before E. It's like I before E, except after C, except for that rule's broken more often.
Okay, but then you said Giltimber is the last month?
Well, technically, it's the last part of December. It's the 26th through the 31st.
20 days.
Yeah, I just said they have the extra 5 days. That way Christmas doesn't get moved.
So
Can't
each
move
month,
Christmas.
each month then isn't 20 days.
Well, most of the time, it's every month with an asterisk.
You said every month is 20 days, and there are 13 months.
Yeah, but there's an asterisk.
You have falsified. You have false advertising.
Well, you don't follow guild time, so it doesn't affect you now, does it? Stay in your lane.
It doesn't.
Colonizer.
Colonizer.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. This has been the month in review for April 2022. I'm sorry if you're following Guild Time. It's very confusing. I still don't kind of get Giltimber,
Yeah,
but
you don't even want to know about taxes.
but we will see you guys next month. Gil might be able to join us again. Maybe. I would like it if he could.
Stay safe, don't die.
All right. I guess that's my answer to maybe he'll come.
Oh, no, yeah, I might be able to. I'm targeting the audience.
All right. But yes, stay safe. Don't die. And until next time. See ya.